Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thang and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to be answering one of my most popular questions, and that is, Thang, can you be even more gay? Of course I can. Look at my background. It is fabulous. Oh my god. I got rainbows, I got unicorns, I got Sailor Moon. What can you ask for? Actually, I got this one in today. This is a pink unicorn kitty. I know, plushie. I'm so weird. No, that's not the real question. The real question is, where do you buy and find your Korean hybrid succulents, and how do you buy them? This is actually one of my most popular questions no matter where I am, where I go, because people want these beautiful hybrid color succulents in their lives, especially as Canadians. So we're going to tackle that question in this video. It's going to be a little bit lengthy video, and also my mind pretty much jumps all over the place. I'm going to try my best for it not to. And I'll leave everything in the description down below, so check the description if I missed anything. I'll leave all the links down there. Definitely check out my Facebook page, because I'm going to be writing notes up about, where to buy them as well. That's where I'm going to update them versus in this video, okay? So let's get started. One of the most important things that you have to realize before you go on this fabulous adventure is that your country's rules and laws and regulation when it comes to importing live plants from other countries. I can only speak for Canada itself, or Canadians, or my success of importing them from other countries to Canada, and I've had a 100% success rate so far since last May of ordering them from Europe and also from Korea. For us Canadians, it's pretty much more simpler. As long as there's no roots, dirt, pests and all that stuff, you're pretty much good to go. And that's pretty much it. So when you buy them, please do understand your country's rules first before you make that purchase. Now, even if you don't know the rules, one of the things that the sellers can offer you, or that you can ask them, is called a phytosanitary certificate right here. This certifies that the plants in question, or the plants that you are importing in, are sanitary and there's no infection, there's nothing that will, destroy the ecosystem of your country, right? This certificate itself actually helps custom move much faster than when not having them, because when you don't have them, guess what? They're gonna look at your shit and be like, oh my god, this is a live plant, but they said it's something else, right? Some sellers, you have no choice, but they will add this to your purchase list, period, no matter what. This certificate itself is only 10 USD. So it's really not that bad at all when you think about it. When you buy a lot of Korean hybrids right here, it only costs $10 for all those, not individual or per plants, okay? It's total, period. So please do get one of these if you are unsure of your country's import-export of, agriculture or plants, okay? So, before you make any purchases, you have to set up a PayPal account if you don't have one already, because the majority of all these sellers, actually pretty much all the sellers I've dealt with, will only accept through PayPal itself, and the majority of the time it is in USD, not in their local currency, but in USD. And also, when you are doing the purchase, you're going to be incurring the charges, not them, okay? Just to let you know, swallow that pride a little bit, take a bit of the grain of the salt, right? And that's pretty much it. Just set it up and you should be on your way before you make the purchase. After you decide of all the things you want to purchase, the next part is to pretty much set up the delivery. So a lot of the time there are regular delivery, which is like about $15-16 USD, which you can use, or you can opt in for EMS, especially during the winter time. EMS stands for Express Mail Service, and I've been using it since I've started this up because I want my stuff here right away and not be frozen cold. During the summertime you can get away with normal stuff if you want to wait. If you don't want to wait, then use EMS. Some sellers, you have no choice but to use EMS, period. Some sellers will give you a choice of EMS or not EMS. My personal opinion is that do get EMS so that your plants gets delivered to you within 3 to 5 business days, period. Sometimes it does get lost somewhere, who knows, but that's okay. It'll eventually get to you. And EMS costs about $30 to $40 USD. And that is just a flat rate period of all the purchases. So it's not how much more you can tackle like on, it will increase. It's just that's it. Once you pay that fee, that's it. And it's been a really great service, and I've had really great success with it. Honestly, the maximum is like 5 business days for my newer arrivals, but it's been pretty good so far. So I would definitely recommend EMS, especially for Korean hybrid succulents that you're buying from Korea. Europe is a little different. I believe in Europe it's actually much more expensive using EMS. So that's really up to you, but I do really recommend when it comes to from Korea though. Okay. So where do you find these hybrid succulents, Thang? Well, you can find them anywhere online, girlfriend. You can find them on Grindr too. I'm just kidding. You can only find dick pics and torsos on Grindr, seriously. But really, you can find them pretty much anywhere on the internet if you look hard enough. You can find them on websites. You can find them on eBay. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram right here on your phone. And that is the beauty of technology. There's no limitation of where you can find things. If you look just a little hard enough, right? So I'm gonna turn on my phone right now. You see my beautiful phone. I'm gonna turn it on. Oh my god, look at this beautiful man. He is so hot. I know, right? All you do is tap on Instagram. And then you have, oh my god, Miss Laura Eubanks with her succulent tip of the day, which is, how do you find them? Easy. You press your thing right here, because I love looking at succulents. I get succulent feeds all the time. And when you scroll through them, you can find out which ones are pretty much sellers when they have a ton of succulents all together, or even something like this. Right. So a lot of these sellers from Instagram are Korean based and American based as well. The ones that are American based are actually Korean hybrid resellers. They import it in and resell it to you. So for our American friends out there, it's easier for you to buy succulents online through Instagram. There's a ton of sellers on Instagram for you to find, for you to choose from. For us Canadians, unfortunately, none of the Americans will actually ship it to us, so which kind of sucks, right? So we have to go and find the Korean or the Japanese, sellers to sell it to us. And there's tons of them. There are tons. There's Succulents SH right here. This is actually a US based succulent seller right here, and they do a lot of that. They sell a lot of that, or even rare succulents themselves, which I do follow on here. Oh, that's a lot of man love. I'm sorry, hold on. They are American based as well, and they do import it from, I believe, Korea, or they sell some of their own, right? I can't find them, sorry, but they have a few rare ones as well. For me, I usually go and talk to Succulent Echeverria right here, Korea, which is a Korean seller that I've been talking to and that I've been purchasing from. All that stuff. You can, talk to them and all that stuff, right? You can find a lot of them on Instagram. So Succulentia, which is a website and also has a eBay account as well. I went on the website and I found them on eBay, and there was a plant that I really wanted, so I just messaged Leo on Instagram, and we just got it going, and I just got my Raindrop X Parva shipped in. So you can, when you buy these things on eBay, you can pretty much contact them on Facebook or on their Instagram for further purchases instead of what they currently offer on the table. Because remember, these sellers, they're really great. These sellers also have a nursery, which means that they have a lot more to choose from than what they're laying out on the table for you, right? Especially on Instagram. So I'm gonna switch over to my computer screen, and then I'm gonna show you other websites that you can go to as well to find out where to buy them too, and a lot of them are really mainly Canadian based because there's tons of American websites. Unfortunately, I don't know the American websites because I mean, like I said, the American websites don't ship to Canada, so there's no point in me keeping them, right? So I'm gonna switch over. Here we go. Hey, stop looking at my gay stuff, you guys. Stop it. Well, I mean, you could if you want to go blind. So as I also mentioned, there is also Facebook group pages for to buy rare plants, rare hybrids as well. But you have to find the correct ones that will sell them to you, or have auctions or that sort of stuff, right? So for us Canadian, there's Canadian Exotic Plant Sales, which is hosted by Sonia King and Crystal Star Orchid. Crystal Star Orchid is one of the main succulent sellers in Canada. They have a huge, they have like 2 greenhouses of succulents that they do sell. So unfortunately, they don't post that much pictures, but they do sell certain things that you can ask them for, and they do ship Canada wide for $15-16 depending on where you live, right? And they're very, very nice people. I've met them like twice, and they're very, very nice people. Very, very nice stuff. And you also have Etsy, which I don't really mention Etsy anymore because I find that Etsy is a little bit more expensive than what I've been doing anyways. So I've been staying away from Etsy. Etsy is another choice that you can use as well. Websites. See right here, and people like this lovely lady, which she is a plant collector. She likes to post on here and looking for random plants that she's interested, and a lot of time the group will felicitate her needs, and someone will have something she needs. So really, Facebook group pages are one of the best things as well if you're looking for certain type of plants that are not available, because someone in that group will have a connection somewhere, right? So this is one of them for Canadians. The next one, oh my god, what is this GIF? Girl! Stop! I'm doing a middle of something. I'm sorry about that. This is also Crystal Star Orchid's Facebook group page as well. They post up pictures, and you can order these things that they post up. Well, some of them anyways. And they recently posted up like this. See? All these things, some of them I've ordered for my succulents. They posted this, and people just order them. That's it, right? Another one for us Canadian is Brian Choi's succulents. Oh my god, this again. Facebook, stop it. Brian Choi's succulents, he imports succulents from Korea, especially Haworthia. So he's really into Haworthia at the current time being, so is this group, right? So if you're interested in those things, there's tons of them on Facebook pages for you to find, for you to join, and for you to enjoy yourself with your wallet bleeding. And then once there's Facebook, then there's also eBay. eBay is really one of the main places where I've gone to look at main place where at the very beginning where I've searched through where to find certain things like crassulas and echeverias, and I finally find places that sells hybrids that I do like Rex Bike right here. He's also located in Korea. You can definitely message him personally and ask for certain things as well, because it'll be a little bit more cheaper. A very, very great person. I haven't actually had really had business with this individual yet, but I will. Probably my next purchase, I will make a purchase from Rex Bike right here, but this is on eBay. And I like certain things because certain things you don't have to bid, certain things you can just buy. These things are bidding. I don't like bidding. I just like charge me a little bit more so I don't have to bid. And this is Zusung Collection. So Zusung Collection is one of the more rarer cultivators of hybrided echeverias. When I say that, I really do mean that, because they create really beautiful hybrids like the Echeveria Midway, the Echeveria Nebula, the Moon Goddess itself, very like this one. This is like $563.49 Canadian, which is $600 including shipping, right? Very, very really extremely great customer service. I really love Zusung. I've purchased from them twice already, and I really do enjoy their much more premium rare succulents versus the other stuff that I bought, right? So in the future, I will buy more from Zusung. It's just I'm gonna take a break in the videos. But if you are into more rare looking succulents, then definitely check out Zuzan collection. You can actually contact the seller themselves on Facebook on things that they don't offer over the table or on eBay, because they do have a huge collection, right? They do have a nursery for you to go check them out. There's other stuff here too, like this American base iTwins, I believe. Oh, that looks like a dick. Yeah. This is, I don't know, this is more different types of like succulents. Like I said, there's tons of options for you to find certain things. And if you can find certain things in certain places, congratulations. Right? Even here, you know, tons of stuff. Right? K succulents and cactus is actually one of the most cheaper and more affordable type of seller, but unfortunately it's I just find it dealing with the customers, I think they're just like overwhelmingly busy. So I'm not blaming them on anything really. They're just like there's a lot of things that you can buy from them, and you just have to do an order form and see if they can fulfill it or not. They'll get back to you. Unfortunately, they haven't gotten back to me with my current order yet, but currently I have 15 plants for $150. That's $10 per plant, and it's actually a lot cheaper than a lot of places if you can get the order in, right? Just like see how to buy. It's in USD, and they do provide phytosanitary certificate in USD, and also they only ship via EMS, right? Very huge selections, very huge selection. So I think I may have made a lot of your wallets bleed. Woohoo! But if you can, order from them, definitely order from them. Very nice people, just very busy a lot of the time. Very busy a lot of the time, so don't get mad at them, okay? Then another thing is Succulentia, which is based in Spain, Leo. This is where because I was looking for like my Baron Bolt and Calibra. This is where I found them, but because they had an eBay account as well, and they posted the Raindrop X Parva Echeveria, and it's beyond beautiful, right? That's where I contacted Leo on Instagram to get that one and certain other stuff too. And really, I really wanted just the Baron Bold and the Calibra from his website right here, but I got more than that. He has a lot more to offer as well on his Instagram, right? So definitely check out their Instagram to personally talk to them, because they have a lot more to offer than what their website has, right? Remember, like I said, they have a succulent farm and a succulent nursery. Other places, Etsy, this Anos Quinta is actually an extremely affordable Etsy shop versus the other ones. And this is where I bought my first Crassula brevifolia, which is not a Crassula brevifolia, it was a Crassula tiny thumbs. But they also have very affordable and very affordable shipping as well, worldwide. And the sellers are actually really nice. If they make a mistake, they give you a different one, because I've had a mistake before, and I'm like, hey, I ordered this one, but I got this, and they just ship you a brand new one. So there's, like I said, there's tons of places: Etsy Studio, Etsy Shop, Facebook, Instagram, websites, right? And this one, oh my God, not again! And Facebook pages. Like this is Plant a Little Thing. This is based locally in Mississauga where I live, and they actually also curate like some rare succulents, and this is where I started buying them as well, but a little more expensive. So there's tons of options and places for you to buy things, not just at your local nurseries, because honestly, local nurseries only have a certain amount of succulents that they sell, that they can afford to sell, versus like going to places like this. Oh my god, this is insane. Thang, stop making my wallet bleed. Oh my god. Okay, this place is called X-Plant, and it's based in Korea, and unfortunately they do not ship worldwide. They only shipped within Korea, which is kind of silly. But they have a ton of succulents right here, which you can actually contact these succulent sellers, Korean sellers, to buy from these people as well, to resell to you. So yeah, if it's something that you really want from, you know, X-Plants, you can contact Zusung Collection, you can contact Rexbike, you can contact, you know, anybody on Facebook or Instagram to, you know, purchase these ones if they don't have it in their nursery, but you'll have to pay the charge and all that other stuff though, so be careful with that. And yeah, this is pretty much where I surf the internet, where I buy things, where I find things to buy, where in the end, you know, it looks pretty. And this is pretty much like my current collection for my rare succulents at the moment. So you see, these are all the hybrids or the things that I will never find in Canada. Not even at a I mean, I probably could find a Calubra, but I will never find these in Canada at all in a local nursery, because they can't afford to buy these things from the succulent farms to, you know, sell them. Americans, there are some of the really rare ones which are only Americans only too. So that's pretty much where I buy things, guys. And when you do buy these things, you have to be very careful about the pricing. The pricing of certain succulents are outlandish. Girl, outlandish. I haven't used the word outlandish. Outlandish and outrageous, okay? Let's say, okay, this is a Echeveria rainbow right here, okay? Echeveria rainbow. And I know that Fairy Blooms or other succulent sellers will sell one of the heads, this big head, for $60 USD. $50, $60 USD, whatever. This whole bunch itself costed me $60 USD. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. $60. So you do think it's worth it for me to buy, you know, something for much more for much less? No, it's not. Versus paying, you know, that amount for a lot more, right? And also in Canada, I would have to pay $30 for this small one right here, for one of them, right? So pricing, it could be a little bit cheaper. It could be cheaper buying them from the Korean sellers versus buying them online from a website in America. But then you have to also add in like the shipping costs as well. I think there are shipping costs for American websites to other places, or it could be free, I'm not sure. But, you know, so a succulent this size will cost you $10, $10, $20 this size. A succulent this size will cost you $50 because of how big it is, right? This is $50 itself. This itself is only $20, which is kind of weird and odd. It depends on how rare the succulents is. When I say rare, it's more like variegated succulents, right? When it's a more variegated succulent, it's more expensive. This one was only, I think, $20, $30 USD or Spanish, euro. I thought it would be more expensive. This nebula itself, okay, so like I said, pricing, some of them will be more expensive. This nebula itself is $80 Canadian, okay, which is like about, I don't know, $60 USD, whatever. This tiny thing with shipping is $100. And it is super rare versus anything else I have on here more expensive, right? So when you get into buying these things, you have to really brace yourself on how expensive these things will cost. And if you have a type of personality that is an addictive personality in purchasing things, I would say try not to. you know, slow down a little bit. I've started to slow down a little bit because I've already have everything I really want here except for the raindrops. And that's pretty much it, you know. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. Cost-wise, some of them, mainly it'll be $20 to $40 to $50 to $100 depending on the rarity of the plant itself and how big the plants that they're sending it to you, right? $80 Canadian, $60 Canadian, $20 Canadian, $20 American. I think this one's like $40 American. You know, so that's really up to you how much you want to pay for these things. Some of them, like I said, because they're super rare, you will have to shell out more money. And I'm really happy with my Nebula because it is one of the most rare plants that I've have, and I'm happy with it. I don't believe I've missed anything so far that I can tell you further, really, of where to buy these things, you know, because I usually show you guys these things on my stream as well. I talk about them on my stream as well. And yeah, okay. I think that's it for where to buy them. Okay, so once you have received them, there are a few things that you need to do depending on what you're putting it into. If you receive them with roots or no roots, whatever it is, and if you're putting into regular, you know, cactus soil mix, dirt soil kind of things, you can leave the roots alone and just plant them into the soil, or you can put them, you know, on the windowsill a little bit, let them recover. Do not put any of these plants in direct sunlight yet, because it is gonna burn the plants before they establish the root system for them to be able to, you know, get any nutrients or water. Okay, put them in the shade a little bit and slowly transfer them into direct sunlight, or, you know, the lighting that you give it. And also, so if you are putting it into a gritty mix like mine, like this right here, or the bonsai jack, what you need to do, from my experience anyway, is you need to remove all the current roots that it has right here, because this here is pretty much useless for us when it comes to our new gritty mix. What we want is a new rooting system that will come out. So this is okay when it comes to, you know, a regular, you know, potting soil and all that stuff, or cactus soil. For our bonsai jack succulent mix, we need a new rooting system like this right here. See, this is the Echeverria Rainbow Sunset. It finally has root. It's rooting down, and this is what we need. Because one, the old rooting system is already set, and it's not latching onto any of the newer particles that are in the bonsai jack or even my grading mix right here. And when it doesn't attach itself onto these particles, it won't actually really absorb the nutrients or absorb the water, because it's just sitting there. Because before, you know, it's clumped into dirt. So we want them to grow a new rooting system, so that way it can, you know, absorb the nutrients like this one right here. See, this is what we want, right? So that way the rooting system will spread out across, and, you know, and it'll absorb the nutrients and the water. As you see, this one right here, when I start to lift it up, it's hard to lift because the root has already established underneath it. So is the Echeverria Nebula right here, right? And so is this one right here, right? And this is the bonsai jack. So also, not just the bonsai jack, but my mix right here too. This, before, it was shriveling up because the root system did not establish, but it has finally established, and the leaves are really superly plump, and you know that it is working. So that's what you want to do when you receive them, okay? Also, if you have received a plant with a bloom stalk right here, and if it doesn't have roots on the bottom, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna have to remove this, because the problem is that the bloom stalk right here is draining all the nutrients and energy from the plant itself to feed this bloom stalk, right? And that's the problem, because we don't want that to happen. Once you remove it, it'll start growing roots back to normal and all that stuff. You can actually use the leaves on the bloom stalk to propagate as well. But if you have, you know, a huge rooting system and this is growing, just put it into potting soil and let the bloom stock grow. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I've missed really anything that I haven't really covered. Usually, I like I said, I explain this on the stream as well. If I miss anything, let me know. Hopefully, this does help you guys out in purchasing plants. I'll leave everything in the description down below and also on my Facebook page. And I guess that's it. I know it was a lengthy video. Hopefully, like I said, you got something out of it because this is from my own personal experience, and I got some very beautiful plants so far, especially this rainbow sunset, this raindrop ex parva, this nebula, this champagne, this salmon, this bingus. I know it's called a bingus, girl. Anyways, that's it. And I love this. This is so beautiful. This rainbow here, it's so beautiful in person versus like right there. It's actually much more pinker. It's very pink. Anyways, if you think I forgot anything, let me know. And yeah, anyways, don't forget to press subscribe if you guys are a new viewer. Don't forget to join the stream. It's every Saturday at 8 p.m. I don't know where we're doing the stream, but we're just gonna have fun. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Press like. Don't forget to press like. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye.